What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Disney Discography, where I, for some reason, have decided to watch all the old Disney films. I'm dusting off films from like 60, 70, 50 years ago for the sake of promoting the capitalist agenda that is Disney. And what better way to do that than to watch Alice in Wonderland, the film we are talking about today. And like the majority of these films, I have never seen this before, but I am completely aware of the story. I think most people are aware of the story that is Alice in Wonderland, and no, I have not read the book. I probably should do that, especially since, spoiler alert, I really fucking liked this film. I thought this film was so good, but we'll get into that. First off, you might have noticed, I don't know how I'm going to release these, but this is the third film I've seen in the Disney Discography. I'm probably going to be bouncing around for the sake of keeping my attention on these films, and for the sake of my girlfriend who I'm watching these with, so she doesn't have to sit through films that she's not interested in. We tried to watch Fantasia. It's like the 5th or 6th time I've tried to watch Fantasia, and I can't find a good fucking place to watch it, and on top of that, it's kind of a fucking boring film towards the beginning. I think it's fucking great, but, alas. But anyway, Alice in Wonderland. This film was so unique and so not what I was expecting. Of course, I've played Alice in Wonderland and Kingdom Hearts. I've seen plenty of clips. I saw the live-action Tim Burton film. I know this story, but at the same time, I was not expecting this. It was under the Disney banner, and sure, it was different back then, but I didn't know it was this different. This film was so all over the place. It's doing so many unique ideas. You have Alice, the girl who goes down the rabbit hole, goes through all these iconic little areas, such as the Tea Party. Somebody doesn't like the fact that I'm reviewing Alice in Wonderland. You got the Tea Party, you got the door. Again, because I've played so much Kingdom Hearts, and because I love these worlds, or love these areas so much, I'm really drawn to just the scenery, and it's basically kind of just like a stream of drug-addled consciousness of just going from area to area down this rabbit hole, just meeting unique character after unique character, just kind of getting lost and continually chasing the white rabbit, which doesn't really matter in the first place when you're meeting all these other people. Characters like Tweedledee, Tweedledum, I never really got to really meet these characters. The Mad Hatter, I was a little bit disappointed by the Mad Hatter, not gonna lie. I've seen that character, I just didn't think that was the Mad Hatter. I thought the Mad Hatter looked a little bit more, I don't know, something that I would like see and be like, oh, that's the Mad Hatter. It was not like that. He seemed just like a very, I liked his attitude. It's just I didn't really connect with that character. The Queen of Hearts lived up to my expectations. The rabbit, other than the fact that he looked like he was high as shit with his eyes that were just bleeding, like the devil's dick. Other than that, that was about what I expected. And yeah, the film in total, I would say, was extremely enjoyable. And I'm not promoting drug use or saying this film would be better on drugs, but I'm saying that if I happened to watch this film under the influence, it would be a good time. And when I watched it, it was a good time. I really think that there are certain films that, obviously, these will live throughout the ages because it's Disney and because it's, Alice in Wonderland, but I think there's certain characters and imagery in this film that, like, just can't die. That will always be in my stream of, or in my consciousness. And, like, I've written books that have, like, elements of Alice in Wonderland, or have, like, taken, like a sample from that. There are Batman villains that take that. There are a million things that take from Alice in Wonderland. And I really feel a lot better, like, just seeing, like my girlfriend has, like, Alice in Wonderland clothing. Just, I feel so much better. These films are making my, like, pop culture, like, nuance feel, like, a lot more genuine. Like, when I see Alice in Wonderland now, I can be like, yeah, I fucking watched that movie. It's not just, oh yeah, Alice in Wonderland. No, I sat down and I fucking watched that movie. It was great. I really, really liked this film. I know with Snow White, it was kind of just like, and Pinocchio too, it was kind of just like, oh, okay, so this is what was happening behind the closed doors all these years. With this, it was such a surprise, whereas the other movies, it was kind of like, yeah, I can fall asleep to this. This was something that I could see myself coming back to every couple of years, because it's that great of a film. And I feel like, I don't know, I really connect with stories like Spirited Away, like this film, where you wake up and it's all a dream. And this film especially, like, when she was getting chased by the Queen and everybody, it really felt like I was in a dream. Like, you know when you're in a dream and you're about to die, or if something, like, crazy happens, you're being chased by something, and then you wake up and it's like, oh yeah, my perception of reality is a lie. This is the real reality. It felt like that, and I felt what the character was going through. And it also, I really loved Alice's personality, whereas, like, Snow White is a sheet of paper personality. Alice is a tapestry of color and personality. I know I just said personality like 5 times, but I just wanted to point out that, like, I liked how she would, like, sometimes be like, the conversation she had with the Cheshire Cat. Loved that scene. I loved, like, where she was like, so this way. He's like, to what? And she's like, to the White Rabbit. They just told me. Like, I love that. I love the Cheshire Cat. That was another character that lived up to my expectations. I really just love this film. I don't really know what else to say about it. Like, it's early Disney, so it's not like, I mean, on terms of animation, like, this blew the other couple I watched out of the water. I mean, there's like a 20-year gap, I think, so it's expected. But at the same time, there's so much really cool stuff. There were so many, like, it was kind of filmed like an anime, or like a cartoon, where, you know, there's not like a whole lot of information. Whereas, because there were scenes where it's like, hey, this is just a character and a background. Whereas Disney films are like worlds. But there was a lot of stuff like the caterpillar thing that was just smoking that, like, hookah thing. Which that was like, this is a kid's film. There was the dream within a dream part. There was the forest with the eyes. There's so many unique little parts that I was just like, oh my god. This was an amazing film. I'm gonna give Alice in Wonderland a 9 out of 10. I fucking loved it. I'd give it the Hall of Fame badge, Soul Badge of Approval, all of that shit. I really love this one. I don't know if I'm going to see another one of these films that's going to live up to this one until we get towards the late half, but who knows? I didn't think I'd like this as much as I did, so we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's been it from me. I'll see you in the next Disney discography, and until then, with that, I leave you.